lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's so good to see you once again. I'm just here to pass through quickly to just share story time with you. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the heartbreaking experiences I had online. So I'll put it like this: online dating, broken heart experiences, and scam stories. If you are new here, my name is Rita Siao. I am an educator, a public speaker, and the author of You Are Unstoppable. Before I go into today's video, I want to say very big thanks to all of you, my amazing subscribers. Mwah! You are so great. I thank you so much for your support and your comments. I'm enjoying myself doing these videos because you are out there supporting me. If this is your first time seeing me, I welcome you to take a seat, join this amazing family by subscribing to this channel and also giving this video a thumbs up and sharing a nice comment down there so that I can get back to you. If you have a question, feel free to leave your question, or you want to share your experience, please feel free to share your experience, because that is why I am here. We share our experiences so other people can learn from our past mistakes. Online dating scam is a huge thing. It's like $1 million business for some people. It is horrible. When you meet someone online, please make sure you do not send them money. I have shared in my previous episodes, I think one of them is red flags to look out for if you are a young man dating online, and red flags to look out for if you are a young woman dating online. Now, these red flags would help you to be abreast with what to look out for if you meet such people who are scammers. They act the same. They do the same things. They play on your emotions. They play on your intelligence. They play on your need. When they look at you, they just want to get to know you better. They ask questions about your family. They connect with you emotionally. Then they get you at the point when you are vulnerable. So be very careful. Yes, it's okay dating online, but I must be very honest with you. It is not all safe. I have gone through horrible experience, and I'm so excited to share those experiences with you today so you can learn something from it. My young ladies, be very careful. My gentlemen, be very careful. When I started dating online, I actually decided to first of all start dating Ghanaian guys. Like, because I was in Ghana, I wanted to date people online but who were within my country. So I did a couple of guys, and then it even got to a point where one of them actually visited me where I used to live in Ghana, in Hohwe, which is in the Volta region. I was very careful. I told him, hey, you have to stay in a hotel room. So he paid for the hotel, and yeah, we met, we talked, and it still didn't work out. So that also ended there. Then I was thinking, what about trying to explore? So I just decided to explore more and further. I actually met another guy online who claimed to be in the UK. He's a Ghanaian but based in the UK. So I'm like, okay. He started chatting me. I'm like, okay, let me just see. Maybe he might be someone serious. We started chatting. Oh, we talked for a long time. Months, 6 months, getting to a year. We've been having good conversation, making plans, talking, and then at the time I didn't have a WhatsApp phone. I don't even think there was WhatsApp. So what was available was Skype. So he was like, okay, I want to see you on Skype and all that. I said, oh, I don't have a laptop, but I can go to how do we call it, internet cafe. Whenever I go to internet cafe, he doesn't show up. Then he gives excuses. Oh, this happened, that happened. So I walk to the internet cafe, he never showed up. So I was wondering what the hell is happening. Then one day this guy just called and said, hey, I think the best thing that will help us is for me to get you a laptop so that it helps you, so we can see each other on Skype easily even when you're home, so you don't have to go to the cafe and stuff like that. He claimed he was a doctor, so I kind of thought about, okay, maybe he has a tight schedule and a time difference stuff. I didn't even know that, when you are in the UK, you're almost on the same time zone as Ghana. There is only 1 hour difference, especially when you are in the summertime. Then UK is an hour ahead of us, and when you are in winter, you are actually on the same time zone. I didn't even know. So I trusted this guy so much. Then he said, okay, he'll be sending a laptop. I was super excited that he was going to send me a laptop. Then he called, hey, I've sent you the laptop. This is the details of the organization. They'll be calling you for you to pick up the laptop. So I was so excited. I was just waiting to expect a call. Now this guy calls me on a phone. Okay, he calls me on phone. The number comes and it says private number. the call comes and it says private number. You don't see the number. So I thought, okay, it's an international call. You know, those days I was a novice. So I only see private number and I thought it was international number. One day I was there and then a guy called me with a Ghanaian number and said, hey, my name is so and so. I've received a package from the UK, which is a laptop. You have to pay 400 cedis to us so you can pick up the laptop. Those days, 400 cedis would be like, let's say, almost 1,200 to 1,500 cedis, like the value, or even more than that. I didn't have 400 cedis because at the time I had just graduated teaching, and so I was still on allowance. You have to teach for, like, I thought about like almost 2 years before I started having my full salary. I was having only 60 Ghana cedis, which is almost like somewhere around $10 to $11, $12. Okay, that was what I was earning as allowance then. So you can imagine 400 cedis was like almost my full salary. Like, so I had to start hustling, talking to friends, and then I mobilized and got this 400 Ghana cedis. Those days, it was only pin and token you can do when it comes to mobile money. I did this pin and token and sent the code to the guy. The guy received the money. I never received any laptop up to today. And that was the same day the guy stopped calling, no chats, nothing. So the conclusion was this. That guy never existed. He was never abroad. He was never anywhere. These fraudsters, these scammers have ways of just changing their numbers, and you know, it will come private number and you are so excited. Oh my gosh. He's calling me from abroad. And then one time he called and actually a number appeared, but you call the number, it looks international number. You call the number, it never goes through. So I want to tell you, these scammers are fictitious. They are technically savvy. They are good. They are very good. So you have to be extremely careful. That was my first experience of online dating, scam, and broken heart at the same time. I never got to see this guy. I never got a laptop, nothing. It was painful, but then I let it go. I cried. I was sad. You know, today I talk about this and I'm laughing, but those days, oh my goodness, come and see me. Poor me. I just can't. It was so horrible. I just want to tell you, be careful. Those people are smart. They use you, and then you don't even know you are being used. That's the part that hurts me so bad. With the first experience that happened to me, I decided henceforth I was going to see your face on Skype call all the time, or we have no conversation. So I met this guy from Germany, and then we had a good conversation. It was a great relationship. We've been talking all the time, even planning, talking about how many kids we want to have and stuffs like that. And he was talking all the time about wanting to move from Germany to Ghana because that's what he wanted to do. He doesn't want to stay in Germany. And I was like, whoa, God, thank you for answering my prayer. You brought the right guy. This is what I wanted. I love my country so much. I love Ghana so much. I just wanted to grow myself, develop, and build businesses there. I would love to travel abroad, but my intention is not to go and live there. I just wanted to like go on visits and come back, not going to live there. That was my intention. So when this guy was speaking in all these ways and making all these promises, and I was so into him, we just were going on, and then it was nice. Then I had this message in my inbox one day from this lady anonymously. I don't even know her. She started attacking me. This guy has a girlfriend and a lot of issues. I'm like, really? What the hell is going on? Then I asked him and he said no. He gave a lot of excuses. And I was like, okay, I trust you, but I have to be very careful. Then he said, okay, I've blocked the girl, blocked the email that she sent, all those things. So I went ahead, blocked everything, and myself and him, we were still having conversations and everything was going on. Then it got to a point, I think we've been talking for almost a year or even more. Then he said, I want to come to Ghana, and we were planning. So we were having conversations on what to do. Then I told him, okay, where I am is quite small, so I'm going to look for another room. Fortunately for me, where I was living at the time was a hall and a chamber, so my landlord was renting another room. So I went and then rented that room in addition to what I already have. I painted the walls, decorated the place so nicely. Oh my goodness. I started putting things in place and waiting for this guy. And all of a sudden, he just stopped chatting me. No text messages, no calls, no video, no emails, nothing. I'm like, really? Am I back to the same point that I was? Jeez, I just couldn't understand what was happening. It took so many months. This guy wouldn't write me, he wouldn't respond. I wrote and wrote. I got tired. I didn't want to give up on him. So I just kept trying and trying. Then one day, out of the blue somewhere, I just saw this guy's picture on Facebook because I connected with him on Facebook as well. I saw this guy's picture on Facebook and he was married to an African woman from a different country. I was like, oh my goodness, so this is what has been happening. It was heartbreaking, but there was nothing I could do. I was like, okay, at least you could have just said it that, oh, I've met someone or something like this, all right? But then for me, it was that particular one wasn't so painful because I kind of had a feeling that there was another person because of the message I had from the other lady who attacked me online. I wasn't really shocked when that happened. But the fact is this guy never showed. I rented apartments, paid for it. He never showed up. That's number 2. Now let's go to number 3. I know by this time you're thinking, what the hell? Why were you still going online and still trying and still dating? I made a video about why people date online, my first online dating experience, and why people date online. You can go and watch that video, and I hope that it would explain to you why I was so trying. I met this third guy. He was an African American guy from Boston, and we've had great conversation. We were just vibing with that kind of maturity, and you know, all that I was looking for was just flowing through. The previous 2 relationships were also like that. You could feel the level of maturity in the person and all that. So he started making plans towards his coming. Then finally the time came and he gave me a date that he was arriving, the flight he was coming with, and everything. 2 days before his flight, we chatted, we called, we talked. It was amazing. So the time came, we talked. He said he was preparing and going to be packing at this time, and we calculated the time. When does he leave and when do I also leave Hawaii so I can reach Accra in time for us to meet? His flight was arriving around 9 to 10 thereabouts. So I was so excited. I went and did my hair. You know, put my room in place. Things that I didn't have, I had to buy them. To put my house in order because I was hosting someone special to my heart. And then I bought it, you know, I bought a new material, I sewed a new dress. Oh my goodness, I was just ready for this guy. Then I traveled 5 hours and more to Accra. I got to the airport. I waited for this guy for 2, 3, 4 hours. He never showed up. I was like, what the hell? The flight he gave me, I checked and I can't really get the flights. I can't see them on the board. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Then I went to the counter and talked to someone. Hey, is there a flight like this? He said, yes, there is a flight like this, but I don't know if they are arriving today. Like, I was like so confused. I don't know. Then I waited 3 hours going to 4 hours. I'm like, okay, it's time to go home. The following morning, I got back to the airport. This guy never showed up. I stayed till noon. This guy never showed up. Tried messaging him, he wouldn't. No messages are going, but he doesn't see them. No calls, he doesn't pick calls. Nothing. Emails, he doesn't answer any of them. I'm like, are you kidding? Has this just happened again? Well, I had no other option than to, you know, the second day, I just had to pack my stuffs and then go back to my village. The village girl went back to her village and stayed there, and that was the third experience. And this guy never chatted me, never messaged me until about 3 months later. Then this guy wrote me all of a sudden, giving me a tall list of explanations why he couldn't come. His mother this and this thing happened and this thing. I'm like, okay, all right, thank you so much. It didn't work out. Bye-bye. These were the horrible experiences I had before I finally met someone awesome, someone amazing, someone who takes my breath away, someone who makes me come alive, someone who brings the very best out of me, someone who supports me in everything I do, even no matter how crazy it is, okay? He is standing right there by me, supporting me to do it. Not bad things though. And I would honestly say all these disappointments and terrible experiences was worth the wait. If I had given up after all those experiences, I guess I wouldn't be with this person that makes me so happy. All right? So don't give up on online dating. Just be careful. Now, do you have any specific question or any specific area or anything you want me to talk about on online dating? Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful. For those of you who are new here, my name is Rita Siao. I am an educator, a public speaker, and the author of You're Unstoppable. I'm also the founder of a non-profit organization called Feminine Star Africa, where we work so hard to empower young women and give them the opportunities that they need to reach their goals. What has been your experience? Have you been through this kind of disappointments, this kind of, online dating scam? Share your story with us. Maybe somebody passing through would read and this would advise or educate the person on how to be safe dating online. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.